The DA Gauteng Provincial Leadership Contest is going down to the wire. Provincial Legislature colleagues Khume Ramulifho and caucus leader Msimanga will battle it out for the provincial leader position. Ramulifho says the party has been in a free fall over the past few years, with no direction and strategic objective, whilst losing heavily at the polls.
There are a number of activists who approach me to say, you relate well with us. Can you take the lead? Because I took a decision that I will be focusing much on my constituency and my portfolio. But then a number of activists engage with me and say, you have what it takes. You have got experience, you have got leadership, you have integrity. Why don't you be the one to be on the driving force and lead us, in these elections? And I felt like, I need to do something. And they said, you have noticed the past two elections. We have lost 3 seats in 2019 in the legislature. We have lost more than 78 seats across councils in Gauteng in 2021. So they feel like, I can use my, experience, my leadership qualities to galvanize support on the ground. And I can feel it now, as I'm speaking, that even people who were activists and get discouraged in 2019, 2021, they are reaching out. They're calling me, sending messages that, please win, we're coming back. And for me, this is a positive message which we want. And even people who have never voted for the DA, some of them are saying, after you win, we're going to rally behind you, we're going to vote for you. So that is what we want.
Ramulifho says he has been at the forefront of the party's success in the run-up to the 2016 local government elections as the regional leader in Johannesburg and has been the #1 fundraiser for the party.
We're also focusing on fundraising. We want more money. We're approaching a number of business people. I'm doing it now. I'm proud to say I'm #1 in the province in terms of fundraising. And I want more and more of our people to go and ask for money in a form of donation. It can be 25 rand, 30 rand, 50 rand, or whatever amount which people will be able to assist us, because elections are expensive. So I'm saying these are priorities which I want our branches, our constituencies to put on the agenda. So whenever we've got a meeting, you must look at those aspects. Are we identifying unregistered voters? Are we registering them? Are we canvassing them? Are we training them? And are we recruiting activists, to ensure that they drive our campaign? Also, those who have got access to people who can assist with funding, let's make sure that we get that also in order. That's what I'm planning to do. And obviously, I will communicate that message tomorrow. And my job is to ensure that I inspire confidence, reignite the mood, motivate them. It's a tough call, which I'm not underestimating it, but it has to be done. Leaders lead during tough times. You don't only lead when there's no challenges. You must lead, and at the time when I'm doing this, some will say you are dreaming. But yeah, those who believe I'm dreaming, they will only see when it's done that it was not a dream, it's a reality.
The incumbent Msimanga says when he took over the reins of the party in the province, the DA was not doing well due to a number of internal issues.
We have really wanted to, from 2020 when we took over, you'd remember Msimanga left, John Moody had left, Tau had left, a number of leaders had left the party. Ours was to then say, how do we then rebuild the structures when, everybody was writing us off? Now, as we're sitting here, the polling are telling us that we are slightly above the ANC as things stand. And it's because of the work that is being done, and it's because of the work that we're going to continue to do towards the election that I do believe that, puts me in good stead to continue with what we have started.
Msimanga and Ramulifho say the delegates will decide on who will be that provincial leader, but both are claiming to be in the lead. DA members of the provincial legislature have not yet endorsed any of the two candidates.
Well, I can tell you right now that if you go and look at my social media, and if you go and look at some of the colleagues, or most of the colleagues that are coming from the legislature themselves, I would tell you that over 80% are actually then endorsing me, and are not going to be voting with me. Parliamentarians as well, councillors as well, activists as well. And I've been moving around the whole province, engaging with activists in terms of what has happened, what do we still need to do, and how do we then bring everybody, towards 2024. And one of the things that I've been pleading with everybody is that, at the end of the day, tomorrow the DA must be the winner. Not solely, not anybody else. The DA must be the winner, because if we're not going to win, I promise you, we are going to fail the project of saving Gauteng, the project of saving South Africa. And that's what is my major concern at this point in time.
Ramulifho is confident that he will be the new leader of the Democratic Alliance in Gauteng.
Khume Ramulifho is going to close Congress tomorrow.
But the incumbent believes it's not the right time for a change of leadership.
The delegates will have a huge say. And, those that I've been talking to, and the majority that I've been talking to, they say you cannot change pilots when the flight is mid-air. You need to make sure that you started something, you land it. And where we're landing it is 2024 when we have won, and 2026 when we have really laid a foundation in 2024 that will see us taking a number of municipalities and doing what needs to be done. So the numbers will speak for themselves, but I think so far they have been saying very, very loudly what they want.
Over 900 voting delegates will choose the direction that the party should take. The DA has held back on announcing its candidate for the premier position due to the Provincial Congress that is having to take place. With Ramulifho and Msimanga both in the running, the DA is yet to announce who will be the face of the party in the province should the Gauteng province be hung in 2024. Samkele Masego, SABC News, Johannesburg.